Welcome. Welcome to the second session. In this hall, in the morning, we started to talk about early childhood. We have even started to talk about pregnancy and the age interval of 0 to 3. Now, the children have grown up, and we're going to talk about what kind of an urban space should be dreamed of for the elderly. We have two participants. I would like to thank Municipality Association. We're talking about accessibility. On my right, we have sign language translators. I would like to thank them so much. And we have English translators, English-Turkish translators. If you don't have your headphones with you, I'm kind of reminding you of the fact that the speeches will be translated into Turkish and English. Please take your headphones. Let me open this session. Let me introduce myself first. I think everybody is seated. Can you please share the presentation slides? So technically, the CVs of the participants are already available on the website, and feel free to reach them through their email. I would like to welcome you once again. I am a member of academia in Bosphorus University, and I am in the Department of Educational Sciences and Program and Guidance on Psychological Counseling. Early childhood is the field that I'm working on. I'm also working on discrimination. We are receiving a noise feedback somewhere. Since we have a translation at the same time, let's be cautious, says the moderator. So I'm working in the field of discrimination. And age-dependent discrimination was the topic that I worked on, and especially during the pandemic, this is what we have experienced. We keep using this word elderly. We don't use this word elderly, old people, but there's no harm in using this word, old people. Actually, in the World Health Organization, we're going to host a guest who has worked in this field. So you're the youngest, right, as the mayors, right? Yes. But from every perspective, we are going to take a look at the urban space to see how compatible the urban space is for the elderly people. Universal design should be for everyone, irrespective of age. So an adjustment to be made for the elderly people should also provide mobility for the babies or for the people using wheelchair. So I am also trying to express myself based on my personal experience. I don't know if you had an opportunity to visit Bağcılar Municipality. It was years ago. I visited this building for the elderly. We visited this building together with a former deputy, Lokman Ayla. So the name of the building was the Palace for Elderly. I found this word palace a bit weird, but now I have understood why you use this name. So this building is a very important one for the disabled people. So you know Bağcılar, it has a very heterogeneous structure. It is a kind of a miniature of Istanbul. So District Directorate of National Education is also extensively working in that district. So every single district is very important for every one of us. But Bağcılar has this heterogeneity. I would like to thank him for being with us. So I would like to introduce our first speaker. I will read the CV and I will leave the floor. So I want to give more time to these speakers. So Octavio Vergara Andueza, welcome, is a lawyer from Universidad Católica de Chile and holds a master's degree in public administration and management from University College London. He's also studies in strategic leadership, impact evaluation methods, prevention of elder abuse, and social gerontology. Andueza has extensive experience in the field of elderly, being the former national director of the National Agency for Older Persons in Chile, and he is the CEO of Oportunidad Mayor Foundation. And he designed and led the implementation of Chilean public policy for the elderly, and for that period, which considered, amongst others, important advances in legislations regarding this age group, and the design and implementation of the first national transportation subsidy for senior citizens, and development of the WHO Age-Friendly Cities Initiative in Chile, especially the coordination of integrated elderly care strategy for the elderly. Also, during COVID-19 pandemic, Octavio oversaw the Chilean government response for these age group, being therefore responsible for the national emergency plan that was activated to help seniors residences that were affected by the pandemic currently. Andueza is a partner at Comov, a Chilean consulting firm that works with major companies and international organizations in articulation and evaluation of sustainable initiatives focused on social impact. The floor is yours. Can we show the slides?
Zamanında başlatabilirsen, you have 15 minutes. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It's okay, the sound? Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Hande, and I'm very pleased to be here, and thank you to all the organizations of the MARUF Forum. In terms of aging, the first that I would like to show is that the world is aging. This is a graphic from 1950. You can see the difference. The line, the red line, is over 60 years old. Yeah? So you can see how it has changed and how it's going to be in the near future. Yeah? This is data from the UNDESA Population Division. Okay? So in 2022, yeah, and what is projected in 2100. So in the next years to come. It's a really rapid change. Yeah? We speak a lot about climate change, but we do not speak a lot about demographic change, but it's happening right now. This is actually Turkey. Turkey is also aging. Yeah? You can see in 1950, and then how it's going, how it's now, and how it will be. Yeah? Actually, it's going to be an inverted pyramid in Turkey in the next years. So there will be a lot of people over 60 years old. Yeah? So we need to deal with this challenge now. Yeah? Making changes regarding aging is not fast. To prepare cities to an aged population is not something that we can do in one day to another. Why? Why are we aging? Mainly because two factors. The first one is a decrease in the fertility rate, and Turkey is doing the same. You can see how the fertility rate is decreasing. And the second one is a higher expectancy at birth. Yeah? So people is living longer. Yeah? This is due to mainly good things: better education, better health, better culture, better access to services. But this is a huge challenge to policymakers, to citizens as a whole. Regarding public policies, yeah, there is no like silver bullet. There is no one thing that should be done. Yeah? This is the first time that the world is aging. So every country is tackling this challenge in different ways. Yeah? Some of them are working, some of them are not working. Yeah? What we have seen that has worked is these ingredients. Yeah? So basically, every public policy that is trying to tackle aging and the challenge of an aging society must have these components. Yeah? The first one is that we need to change paradigm, misperceptions. For example, we can do an exercise here. Think individually. about dependency rates in Turkey. Yeah? Of all people over 60, what is the number that you think, the percentage of all the persons that need care, that need someone to take care of them? Just think of what, if I ask you, like, what is the percentage of people over 60 that needs care now in Turkey, that need someone to take care of them? Actually, in Chile we did the same exercise, and people thought that more than 70% of people over 60 years old needs care. And actually in Chile the number is approximately about 18%. Yeah? Here in Turkey is 23%. So most of the people over 60 in Turkey doesn't need any help from anyone. Yeah? But people tend to think that they do need help. That is not bad. People that need help is absolutely fine. But the thing is, we have a misperception about aging. When we think about aging, and Hande mentioned it before, we think about a wrong idea. Actually, people over 60 is independent. They are able to do whatever they want. They are absolutely capable. Age is just a number. Yeah? So the thing is, the first thing that we need to do regarding public policies is to change paradigm. We cannot build strong public policies if we are still thinking about aging with this misconcept. The second thing important is we must be consistent in our public policies. Government usually tend to change, policymakers tend to change, and it's absolutely important and crucial to be consistent, to have a national public policy. Yeah? If not, we are only missing time that we do not have. The other thing that has shown a really strong effect in different countries is to promote active aging, yeah? To try as much as possible to give all the necessary tools to older persons, to people that are aging, to be really integrated in society. Yeah? That's absolutely the key. Even in care, yeah? Not everyone should attend, for example, a lifelong residence. Yeah? Some people do need daycare centers. They can stay at their places during the night, in the weekends, and during some days they can go to daycare centers. There is a concept that is called age in place, which is try to give as much as possibilities to people over 60 to live in their own environment. The data is clear, the studies are clear regarding the positive effect that has on people staying living in their places. So we need to promote active aging. Every good policy regarding aging is based on active aging. We need to involve all the persons. Yeah? We need to construct policies with them. Usually there is a common mistake that decision makers take decisions thinking about aging with this misperception and not considering older people's necessities. That's absolutely necessary, especially on a local level, as we will see later. They're also very important to promote public-private partnership in every aspect. This is a challenge that needs to be tackled with the whole structure of society. No one is left behind, not even an individual person. Yeah? Also, as one person, you can do some change. You can do some change on how you relate to someone. Usually, one of the main problems that people that are aging are confronting or dealing with is the discrimination. So even one action can change that. But this is a challenge that needs to be tackled with all actors in society. And the other important thing of good policies is to concentrate on necessities, not on age. Age is just a number. Regarding public policy, it's easier to concentrate on age because you have to focus public policies. But good public policies do really focus on necessity, not on age. Yeah? So For example, someone should if someone needs care, could be under 50, over 60, over 18 years old. So it's better to focus on necessity and not age. Regarding the aging in the city, yeah, there are some issues that should be tackled from a central level. For example, pensions, health issues, other important aspects of aging. But there are many challenges that need to be focused on a local level. Yeah? Many good public policies has been constructed bottom up from the city level. Yeah? So there is the need to be a dialogue between local policies and central policies. That's key. There is a program that is promoted by the World Health Organization, which is called Age-Friendly Cities and Communities. Yeah? This is a program that was designed by a committee in the World Health Organization led by Alexander Kalache, which tried to give municipalities, local actors, local policymakers, all the necessary tools to deal with this challenge of aging from a local perspective. This program is based in different areas like transport, mobility, housing, public spaces, and it's aimed to have a framework to work when you are trying to make this agenda in a local level. Actually, Turkey now has 6 municipalities that are part of this program. Mainly, the major cities that are working in these age-friendly cities and communities are focused on America, yeah? And some of them in Asia. Yeah? So here is a concrete tool in which local authorities and local actors and local communities can start working with this framework that has been designed and reviewed many times. This is available on the WHO World Health Organization website, and there's a lot of material to start working on this. Also, the 6 municipalities that has been part of this program in Turkey, they have been certified by the WHO. Yeah? So this is a program that has a partnership with the WHO, and that's the intention of it. What this program is about is to do a cycle of continue improving on this topic. First, the first step is to engage and understand, to involve all the persons in that decision, to see what are the necessities of every local community. Obviously, not everything can be done at the same time. Not everything is a priority, but the thing is that you should have this discussion with your community based on these aspects that the World Health Organization is promoting, and try to make an agenda, a strategic plan, yeah, that can help you to start building this process. Yeah? Afterward, there's the implementation and then the evaluation. Yeah? This is a continuing process that has been developed and is developed by the WHO, and the objective is to move one step at a time. I give some international examples regarding how different local initiative has been dealing with this challenge. On the right side, there are some examples that were implemented with practically no money, just intention. And on the left side, there are some examples that has been implemented, yeah, with a little bit more money, yeah. But this is a program that the first thing that it needs is the willingness to start doing it. For example, in Ireland, in County Clare, there was a program that was really cheap in terms of budget, that was to check how the fire, I don't know the word, but the detectors were working, yeah, in older person's house. And the feeling of safety of those persons was amazing. This is a program that was evaluated by the WHO. Yeah? It's not an expensive program. In Madrid, for example, they did intergenerational exercises, yeah, in different public places, yeah, in which they connected people from different ages. Yeah? The budget of this program was really, really, really low, and the impact was amazing. You see the evaluations, and people were really, really excited to participate on this program. Or for example, what Finland did, mapping accessibility. They just map the necessity. Yeah? And you have obviously some examples that need a little bit more budget, like for example, Toyama, they did a compact city concept, which they design again all the railway roads to promote people over 60 to be part of the city, yeah? Or the plan that York did regarding dementia. Yeah? Well, and lastly, in Chile we pushed this agenda. In 2018, there were actually 3 municipalities participating in the national, in the age-friendly city initiative. Yeah? And when we decided to push this agenda together, actually in the year 4, in 2022, last year, there were 250 municipalities participating in this program. Yeah? Almost 3/4 of the whole total municipalities of Chile were certified and involved in this. My message is basically that this is a challenge that we need to deal right now. Every year that passes is a year lost regarding public policy, regarding local solutions, and regarding basically the quality of life of older persons. Thank you very much.
Octavio, Vergara, Andueza çok teşekkür ediyorum. Bence çok önemli. Yani Boğaziçi Üniversitesi'nde eğitim fakültesinin hocasıyım. Aynı zamanda sosyal politika ana bilim dalı başkanıyım ve burada aslında kanunlar yapılırken yani bizim sosyal politikalar yapılırken aslında yereldeki politikaların ne kadar önemli.
Local policies are extremely important, and it's great to hear this emphasis here. So at the local level, there are very good examples, and when we increase the good examples rather than a top-down central approach, what we do at the local level is important, and every municipality is unique. There will be differences. There was an emphasis that I like. You know, I don't like it in terms of discrimination, but if you notice, he voiced the age-related discrimination. And age is just a number. I'm also aging. I don't know what our average age is. There are young people and students here. MARUF invited students to this event. But we are aging, our country is aging, the world is aging. So it's not just a number. It's great to hear that. It's great to hear it's the necessities that come first in shaping the policies, and active life and quality of life, because the World Health Organization, you know, I was in the headquarters in Geneva for 1 year. I worked in the field of disability, and you know, having this quality of life perspective within the framework of the World Health Organization and having the necessities taken into account are extremely important. We have seen great country examples from Octavio, Vergara, Andueza. Now I would like to turn to Abdullah Özdemir. And by the way, I talked to Abdullah Bey. We had our guests seated in the middle. We are the hosts, so we sit on the corner. So there is no, you know, that is our hospitality policy. That's why we are seated like this. So I would like to give some information about the CV of Abdullah Bey, and they will prepare your presentation. Do you have your pointer? Abdullah Özdemir is the mayor of Bağcılar Municipality. In 1983, he was born in Kastamonu. He graduated from Yıldız Technical University, Department of Civil Engineering. He was at Istanbul Culture University. He completed his higher education in earthquake and high-rise buildings. And he started politics in Bağcılar district branch. And between 2007-2013, he was the head of Bağcılar youth branch. In 7 years, with his colleagues, he served his district. And he then joined AK Party, the International Relations Group. In November 2013, he left the district youth branch presidency. He was always active in politics and had a very successful graphic. He was elected as a member of Bağcılar Municipality Council from AK Party in 2014. During this period, he worked in the AK Party Istanbul Provincial Directorate Organization and Environment, Urbanization and Culture Unit. In 2019, he became Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality Council member again. Following the resignation of Lokman Çağrıcı, the mayor of Bağcılar, due to health problems, Özdemir was elected as mayor by the countenance of the council members in the election held at the meeting of Bağcılar Municipal Assembly in April 2022. Well, we're talking about aging, but there is an age-related sentence here. Özdemir, who is one of the youngest mayors, has implemented many projects that have changed the face of the district from social life to urban transformation since he took office on April 15, 2022.
Evet, ben de teşekkür ediyorum. Öncelikle böylesine önemli ve dünyayı bekleyen, ülkemizi de özellikle ilgilendiren bir konuyu.
This is a topic that is very important for our country and the world, so I want to thank Marmara Municipalities Union for this organization, and we will have a chance to share our work thanks to this event. Well, the World Health Organization defines 65 plus individuals as senior individuals, and there is this third age, 65 to 80, and 80 plus is called the fourth age, and what is called third age is the age of self-realization and individual satisfaction, whereas when you're 80 plus, the dependency period starts again. So let's look at the world statistics.
Ortalamasına baktığımızda dünya ortalaması 65 yaş üstü bireylerin oranını 9.8.
The share of 65 plus individuals in the world is 9.8%. In Turkey, we're above that average.
Gelişmiş olan ülkeler olarak tabir edilen
In developed countries, this is more than 20%.
ülkemizi de özellikle
And
dünya nüfusunun yaşlanmakta olduğu
the world population is aging,
zamanda
and
%20'lerin
soon
üzerine
our country may
öngörüyoruz.
see that 20%.
Nüfusunun da az önce ifade ettiğimiz gibi
As we said before,
bir önceki burada da ifade ettiğimiz
yes, as you see here,
1800'de 1 milyar olan nüfusun
the population was 1 billion in 1800s. In 1960, it was 3 billion, and in 2012, it was 7 billion, and in 2050, it's going to be 10 billion. Those are the estimates. So the senior population
10 milyarın içerisinde 2 milyar olarak
will be 2 billion out of 10 billion, so it will be 20% of the world population.
bu boyutuyla
So
yaşın ilerlemesinde fiziksel, sosyal, ekonomik
there are physical, social, economic, and psychological dimensions to be addressed,
özellikle yaşlı bireyleri
particularly senior individuals
hayatın getirmiş olduğu o farklılaşmayla birlikte yalnız, farklı
can become lonely,
birey olarak kendilerini
and they can feel like a different individual during this process. We know there are such issues.
Dünya Sağlık Örgütü bu
The World Health Organization
dünyada hızla artan yaşlanmanın
has certain decisions with regard to
azaltabilmek adına, daha doğrusu
aging. They would like to
azalması adına 1982 yılında ve 2002 yılında iki önemli toplantı gerçekleştirdi.
They held two meetings, one in 1982 and the other one in 2002. They had the World Aging meetings, And they underlined that important measures need to be taken about aging. And in 2006, the World Health Organization held a conference. They created a program for active and healthy aging of senior people. And this is how the aging-friendly city concept was developed. When we look at the data in Turkey, 65 plus population increased by 22.6% in the last 5 years. And the Turkey average is above the world average right now. However, in Bağcılar, we preserve our youth. Nevertheless, our average is 6%. 65 plus population is 6% right now. But we take into account the developments in the world, and we want to build this process correctly, so we run an in-depth study. We want this process to run properly, so we have an important project put into place. You mentioned this before. We have this disability court, the disability center. It started 12 years ago, and it is at world class, and it has been a subject to important research and articles as a center. And our municipality is a pioneer in many areas, so we actually carry out work that will contribute to the government policies, and we started this pioneering project for the elderly as well. We have this center we called Vefahane, a life center, and we thought about all the details of the architecture. We came up with this project with that theme in mind. We completed the construction, and as of June 2023, it's in operation.
Oluşan ve 2500 metrekarelik
And 2,500 square meters is the surface area, and there's also greenery. So there are 15 different workshops, and we are offering therapy services in 6 different areas. It's free of charge, so the elderly are given shuttles. After the end of their schedule, we take them back to their homes thanks to the shuttles, and this is how we configure our programs and schemes. I would like to also go into some of the services that we offer. We have therapy services. We have a center for ergotherapy for the individuals over the age of 65. Due to the old age, daily activities are limited, their movements are limited, and we're offering this ergotherapy service. And we have technotherapy service. We have special tools, equipments, and devices offered for the elderly citizens. And in order to improve the familial communication, we're also offering psychological counseling to improve the communication in the family. Another title that is coming up front for the old age is the healthcare problems, and we are offering healthy nutrition services. We have dietitians. We're following them up thanks to our medical center. And for healthy living, we're monitoring their healthcare status thanks to the geriatric nursing services, and personal care and bathing services are also offered to the elderly thanks to the old age. For those who are not able to commute to the center, we go and visit them at their homes to give them personal care and hygiene services, and we have special staff, and we have hairdressing services offered for them, and hair dyeing services are offered for them. We have workshops, courses, and cooking workshops are given to them. Especially, we are trying to make use of the traditional habits of ours. As you have summarized very well, Bağcılar is a mixture of a small miniature of Istanbul. We have some individuals from Kazakhstan, from Turkic republics, and they have their own culture. We want to make sure that they also experience their own culture. Thanks to the assistance of our dietitians, we introduce their traditional knowledge into our cooking sessions, and the other course participants are also offered with those foods. And handcrafts workshops are also organized for them, for the individuals having dementia and Alzheimer's disease. So they are rehabilitated in a sense. Woodworks, handcrafts, jewelry making are some of the titles, and decorative objects, wooden objects, can be crafted here. And we have music workshops, which are very active. And for Bağcılar, sociology is very special, and the elderly population used to have some prejudices against musical workshops. They were mostly interested in religious choirs, but we offered some special musical courses, and we're going to set up a choir made of elderly. So yes, we have wood burning workshops. I have 3-minute video. I'm speeding up my speech to show my video to you. We have hobby farming areas. We have organic farming activities, and you can reap the fruits. So some strategy and mind games. We make sure that they engage in that kind of activities. They interact with each other, with the young ones, with their peers. We have technology workshops, especially the old individuals in our country are enabled with internet use so that they would use the internet banking services, and they're at a quite a good level. And there's a workshop for religious knowledge. This is what they wanted us to organize. And we have special calligraphy workshops. They are developing their capabilities in calligraphy. Literacy workshop is also offered to the illiterate individuals. Even though they are a few in number, they are offered with those workshops so that they would meet their own needs. And we have activities thanks to which we strengthen their friendship linkage, and we're trying to eliminate social isolation faced by the elderly. And from time to time, we also join them. We have sports center. This is a very important one. This is also covered by the mass media. You can see the treadmill. There's this lady using a treadmill. She used to use a walking stick, but she is now walking on the treadmill. So we're offering those active sports activities. We know that the old males are now being a part of the sports contests. They used to stay at home, but now they're sports persons representing our neighborhood. They're going to be a part of the international contests, and one of them has become a medal winner, gold medal winner in an international contest. And our libraries are extensively and actively work. We have conversation rooms thanks to which people get socialized. And apart from the center, we have some projects for the individuals over 65 years old. And with Bezmi Alem Foundation University, we have medically screened them, and we are giving guidance to them so that they would benefit from the hospital services as well. We're offering technology training sessions for them, and we have this project for the retired people. The story writing workshop was organized for the retired persons, and they have their own books published, and those who are not able to clean their homes are offered with cleaning services. We're cleaning their houses. Those who celebrate their 40th year in their marriage are celebrating their 40th anniversary of their marriage thanks to the Valentine's Day on the 14th of February. And we have engaged our vocational schools so that they would help renovate their homes. While concluding my remarks, I would like to take your attention to two things. The elderly have their own habits, you know, so they want to sustain their lifetime in a beautiful way. So we wanted to configure their homes in a better way so that they would sustain their habits. We're trying to configure their spatial perception, space-based perception, and we notice the fact that we have to design the space for them specially, and due to their age, they have this limited mobility, and their time perception is changed, as you touched upon. They are showing some movements which are similar to the individuals at early childhood, and we wanted to ensure their integration in that kind of spaces because they have this slow perception of time. And while configuring the design models, this is what we take into consideration as the local administrations, and I believe that this is another important thing that we need to take into consideration. So I want to play the video. This is a video of 3 minutes. Can we use the room for another 10 minutes? Excuse me, 3 minutes? Can we use the room? Yes, thank you. I want to add one more thing since we have the mayor. We want to make a research in your Vefahane house. Please feel free. Because this is what we did for the people with disabilities. We want to do the same study for the elderly too. We want to thank you very much for extensively covering what you're offering for the elderly. You are increasing the quality of life for them. Of course, inclusiveness is our target. Of course, we want to integrate all segments of the society, be them young kids, children, and elderly. He also mentioned what they are doing for the individuals over the age of 65 plus. So there's an association called 65 plus. It was established 8 years ago, and the founders were way over 65 years, and Reşitcan Beyli is one of the founders. He is over 80. He's one of my professors in university. He's quite active in association, and actually I think it's going to be very important if you would kindly offer your support to the association as the municipality, and maybe you would take this into consideration within the context of WHO, because there are criteria for the elderly, but you are setting an example. We can play the video.
Güzel hizmetleri çok güzel.
We like their services. We like the shuttles. They bring us to the door. I'm 70 years old. I feel so positive. I see smiling faces. I have disabilities. I used to be bored, but now I come here.
Ahşap yakma ustasıyım ben. Bunları
I am the master of wood burning. We have those workshops. They're unimaginable. We have music here. There are some who are interested in music therapy. Some have huge disabilities, but they have started to use their hands in a better way. Their speech is improved. We're having difficulties in making people believe that these things happen really here, and it's very good for them.
Tekrar teşekkür ederim hepinize.
I'd like to thank each and every one of you who worked a lot.
Kahvelerde, köşelerde
So we used to be in neighborhood cafes, but instead of spending time there, waste my time there, I'm here. Where would I go? To the park, to the cafes? But no, we're here. We'd like to thank you so much for making us a part of it. I would like to thank both of the participants, Octavio, Vergara, Andueza, and Abdullah Bey. Let's give them a big, big, big round of applause. Before we finish, let me check the application to see if we have any questions. But I would like to leave the final floor to them because they've listened to each other. They have lots of commonalities. So wherever you are in the world, you can be in Latin America or in Istanbul. So it's a meeting of Latin America and Istanbul, and they have lots of commonalities, and it's very important to see the commonalities in between the two different parts of the words. Octavio, do you have any final words to add on top of what you said? I'm going to ask the same question to the mayor as well.
Yeah, yes, to say thank you to Marmara University and the forum, because this is a topic that needs to be discussed to be civilized. And this is a great exercise, and also to congratulate the major and the job that they are doing that is really amazing. So thank you very much.
Ben konuşmam başında ifade ettiğim gibi
In the beginning of my remarks, this is such a lovely program to raise the awareness. So actually, we have done lots of things, big, big things, as the city being friendly with the elderly. So hopefully, of course, where we are attaching great importance to the national and international collaborations, hopefully we will pave the way for that sort of collaborations at national, international level. So this is the end of this session. We'd like to thank each and every one of you. We'd like to thank the sign language interpreters and the simultaneous interpreters. We'd like to thank them very much, the interpreters. So this is the end of the session.